What's going on, guys? How's it going? Welcome to another video. I'm quite excited about this week's video. This week we're visiting Attitude Cycles in Southampton. It's a custom motorcycle shop, and we're going to sit down and talk to Carter, who is the owner-operator. I've selfishly wanted to visit this place for a while, and a video was a great excuse. This is the great thing about doing what I'm doing at the moment. I get to visit places I've wanted to visit and talk to the owners. Yeah, I've got one of these bikes. You might have seen it in previous videos, my green bobber. It's a great bike, really enjoy it. Always wanted to meet the people that built it and find out a little bit more about my bike. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And if you like this video, you get anything out of it, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. All right, let's go. We're here at Attitude Cycles in Southampton with Carter. Carter is the owner-operator. Do I call you owner-operator? Yeah.
I don't really do a lot, so yeah, owner, yeah.
How long you had this place?
So my dad started it originally in 2006. He started just doing it when he got made redundant from a factory job. He'd been doing it since the 90s, and then in 2017 I took over. Yeah, and I've been doing it ever since.
Yeah, awesome. What's it like working with your dad?
Luckily, I don't work with him, which is great. I did work with him. I did work for him. I worked for him from 2014 to 2017. Yeah, it's hard work.
Yeah, I worked with my dad for a while. I think the other thing about working with parents is you develop your own thing, and they sometimes struggle with that, right? Do you know what I mean? Especially with something creative like this.
Yeah, definitely. Like at first, I wanted to do something my own way, but because that's not the way he did it, he would say, no, do it my way. This is how it's done. Well, I wanted to adapt my own way of doing it. It might not be the way he wanted it done, but I've done it. And that worked okay in the end.
Have you ever had a normal job?
Never. I did 7 days. I worked for my nan for a bit, so kind of, but I only got the job because it was my nan's company.
Yeah.
No, I've never been employed, ever, in my life. Never.
Like, why is that?
I've got a problem with authority.
Yeah.
I'm getting better. As an adult, you have to deal with authority. That's life now. I can't not tell people to fuck off. Yeah. That's my honest answer.
yeah. Well, obviously, when you're in disagreement with them, right?
Yeah.
It's not like
on a day-to-day
nice customers
basis.
coming.
No, of course not. But like, if I don't know, you say to someone, "Oh, can I have Friday? I need Friday off," and you booked it 2 weeks in advance.
Yeah.
And they say no. Well, I'm having that Friday off, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So that's my mentality, and that doesn't work in an employment, and you just come across like an arrogant twat, and then you lose your job.
Yeah. One other thing I noticed from following you on Instagram, I don't know if it's true, but whenever you get a parking ticket, you're just like, nah. Is that true?
Yeah, no, I don't.
I'm the same. Like, Joe will tell you, I've never fucking paid a parking ticket for like years.
Mine's out of arrogance, right? So I've trained at this gym for 15 years. And recently they put it's 50p for an hour. And I was like, nope, I'm not paying it. Absolutely not, get fucked. So yeah, I probably racked up, I don't know, maybe 1 week I racked up probably 10 parking tickets. Yeah. It just makes me laugh. Yeah,
I'm the same, man. Whenever I get a parking ticket, I'm just like, I've actually got a lease vehicle now, so I have to pay them. Otherwise, the lease company charge me to send me the ticket.
Yeah.
So, but I never paid it. And I've actually got a mate, one of my best mates is bailiff. Okay. And he put me on their system as deceased. Okay. I'm just like, they came to my house, he's like, I'll put you as dead.
So I had a way of getting away with it, but now I don't. So I am a little bit more sensible with not doing it because I can't be asked with bailiffs down at my door for a fucking parking ticket for 50p.
Yeah. With that in mind, what do you think that says about you as a person?
I'm a bit of a brat and I don't like being told what to do.
People who don't like being told what to do, they're not all brats though, right?
Some people, but I'm a brat. Like I just, I don't like no, and I don't like not getting what I want, and I don't like having to do something I don't want to do. Yeah. So unfortunately, but that's just me. I'm getting better as I grow up. Yeah. Certainly getting better at having to accept certain things in life. That's just the way it goes.
Give me an example.
You got to pay a bill or something. I don't want to fucking pay that bill, but I know I have to. I know that there's no way of getting around certain things, so you have to do these certain things.
So pick your battles is kind of...
I pick my battles, 100%, I don't cause myself too much aggro.
It's kind of interesting point, actually, is sometimes as you get older, you've only got so many fucks, and sometimes when you're fighting everyone, it can get like really tiring.
Yeah, we have that discussion at work quite a lot. That, you got to pick your battles of who you're gonna have your battle with that day. Like I don't have battles at work. It's easy hit. Like, customers usually really cool, but even with like outside of work, home life, whatever, like you don't want everyone at your neck 24/7. I've got a lot of people at my neck 24/7. Where's my bike? How's my bike getting on? What's happening here? So I don't want that everywhere. So I try not to be a dick elsewhere.
How many projects do you generally juggle at one time?
Too many. Probably 10 at a time, something like that. Sometimes not as many as that. But usually on average we've got every ramp full. Which in here there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ramps.
I was not expecting that. I was expecting, especially with the climate,
that's
the
just
industry.
Me as well, though. That's just me and Amelia, so there's only 2 of us in here. So let alone what goes out on there, that's triple what we've got out in here. That's maybe quadruple what we've got in here. There's probably 30 bikes out there, maybe 40 bikes.
Are you guys one of the most established or the best well-known for what you do?
I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're longest running, definitely.
Yeah.
I'd like to think so. We're the longest that have maintained a reputation. There's lots that have gone skyrocketing, done really, really well, really quickly, and become big names, and then they're boom, and they're gone again.
Yeah.
But that's just the industry. It's a hard industry to be in.
These are kind of luxury items in today's standards, right?
So I like to think so. That's what I've been trying to do the past, maybe since 2018 or something, when I really started to enjoy building bikes myself, when I liked doing it. I've always built bikes for people working for my dad, but the passion wasn't as high because I was just working. I was a labourer as far as I was concerned. I was just doing what I was told that morning. I had no real say on it. And then eventually my dad started letting me have a little bit more control over certain things. Like even giving me a key to the workshop was mad. Like I had my own key to the workshop. That was really cool. So as soon as I started to do that, and then eventually when I took over, was when it started to become important to me to build my own reputation. I didn't want to run off my dad anymore. I didn't want everyone to say you're Simon's son, which is what he now gets. He now gets, oh, that's Carter's dad. Building my own reputation is like well important to me now, and I try to do that now. That's why I try to do stuff differently. That's why I try to use social media a little bit more.
I'm assuming with that, building your own reputation comes your own customers as well, because in the past they were maybe you were inheriting some customers. Now you've got your own.
Yeah, so I would get passed on customers if it's a job he didn't want to do. Now I pick what I want to do, and I give him the scraps. I give him what he wants to do, but that's what he prefers.
Yeah.
He doesn't necessarily want to do some of the things I do.
Yeah.
He couldn't care less about doing it, and some of the things he does I don't want to do.
What's the difference between tell me what is it that you like to do?
Real high end artwork.
Yeah.
I like building run-of-the-mill bikes if that's what a customer wants. I've got a couple in it at the moment that are lower budget, that are less impressive, but my main thing is just super detailed, impressive, just not the stuff you see every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
so it's the creative element.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's been done.
Sure.
You're no one's an originator of anything nowadays.
Yeah.
But I like to try and be a partial originator of the way I do it.
Well, it's your design language, right?
Yeah.
Like when and I'll put in some B-roll of some of the bikes,
Yeah.
and they do have a look.
Yeah.
There is something there that you're like, oh, that's a.
Well, there's lots of people in the custom bike scene that have their own style, and they have, you will know, if you know about bikes, there's Waltz Hardcore. I don't know if you've heard of any of these people. Yeah. Waltz Hardcore, everyone knows a Waltz Hardcore bike. Everyone would, that is into custom bikes. A Zero Engineering, everyone knows a Zero Engineering bike. Yeah. Everyone knows a West Coast Chopper, CFL, everyone knows that.
Yeah, everyone knows Exile.
Exile, exactly the same. They've all got their own style that you'll know that they did it. It's taken a long time, well, even my dad, everyone knew if it was a
big fat rear, right? Yeah,
that was something he had done. Yeah. He was the first to do all of that. Drop seat frames, no one done it. Fat wheels, no one done it. He had his own style then, and I could never really find my own style. Now my own style is, I don't really know what my style is, but you can tell if I've built it.
It's kind of, do you know what it looks like to me? It's got this kind of like trad, it's got like a traditional like element to it, but like in a contemporary way of doing it. I can't really describe it.
Yeah, I can't either. And I'm also not too arrogant enough to not be a little bit more versatile. And I was at one point. It would be soft tails, air suspension, similar geometry, fast looking bikes. And that was really cool, but then you're going to run out of customers.
Yeah.
So probably my first real different one was, even with like my V-rods, for instance, they're all the same vibe. Low, although the V-rod's got a fat back wheel, it's got a 330 in the back, but like that sort of stuff, you can tell. Clip-ons, low, you're stuck into the bike real tight.
Yeah.
It probably wasn't until I'd done Amelia's bike when she said to me, this is what I want to do. I remember I put up a story and it said, Carter's building a long fork chopper, call the cops. And it's not that I don't like them, I don't like the geometry. I don't think your front wheel should be all the way over here.
Right.
But I understand some people like that. I might do one for myself one day and go, do you know what, I was wrong. Yeah. I've ridden more choppers than probably, I believe, bar my dad, probably most people in the fucking UK.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't my thing. People say, oh, if you had to go, you'd enjoy it.
Yeah, but it's about style and it's about what speaks to you, isn't it?
Like I've ridden so many of them. I just don't. It's not that they're complicated to ride. It's not that they're hard to ride. Like I just don't like them.
Yeah.
I like compact, tight, everything like that. So, yeah, I've been trying to build my own style, but I also know that I can't stick to the same thing all the time. But I still want to have my spin on it.
There's some personality in them as well, because like we don't know each other. We've only just met.
Yep.
But I follow you on Instagram, right? And I was just looking at one of those bikes here when you were in here, and I grabbed the grip on it, and the knurling on the grip is so aggressive. I was like, only a guy who like trains a lot can tolerate that, right? Anyone else, that is a cheese grater.
I constantly criticise that when I go into the gym and I pick the dumbbells up and they've got the lightest knurling possible and it's spinning in my hand. I'm like, if you had one of these grips on me, like you wouldn't let go of that.
Yeah.
Like,
I grabbed that grip. I was like, oh fuck, I need grips.
You think of that as on a dumbbell, it'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, well, on a Texas power bar. I used to be a powerlifter.
Okay.
So on a proper power bar, it's like that.
Yeah.
What is the goal here? Is it actually to build bikes, or is it to maintain a different kind of life? Like, what is the actual goal?
Do you know what? I actually had a message on Instagram the other day from one of our customers, and he was trying to tell me how change the way I run things. And he wasn't criticising, he was just trying to give me his advice.
Yeah, people like to do that.
He had run a business for 40 years. What he was saying to me was, you should be doing this and you should be doing that. No, do you know what? I'm really happy with doing what I'm doing because I pay my bills, I have an okay life, I have what I want, I don't have to work 24/7. If I want tomorrow off, I'm having tomorrow off. That's enough for me. I like money, I love money, but I only need so much of it. Now I could bust myself and work 10 times harder. I don't really want to, but I could do, and earn a bit more money and retire, whatever your plan is in life. I'm very happy with coming to work every day. I get up every day and I don't dread my life. I don't come into work and think, fuck, another day in fucking paradise. I come in and it's cushy. Like, it's what I want to do. If you work in an office or in a factory, you are shutting off the second you finish work.
Yeah.
I'm going home, still doing something, still researching. I'm back and forth and trying to work out how to do this, how to do that. Might message Amelia at midnight saying, I've worked out how to do something. That's fine. That's what I like doing. So my goal, I don't really have a goal. My goal is to do what I'm doing right this split second.
That's super interesting because I'm definitely partial, and I think a lot of people are, to constant fucking goal setting, constantly looking at the next thing.
Yeah.
And then this year I was like, do you know what? When's enough?
Yeah.
And when can I actually just be happy with what
Releasing some pressure would be nice for me. And that's the pressure of bills, outgoings. We have high outgoings here. We have a lot going on. We got a lot of bikes, as you've seen.
Yeah, it ain't fucking easy in this country as well.
So in general, if I was a multi-millionaire, I'd be doing the same shit.
Yeah.
I could be a billionaire, I'd be doing the same thing. I'd like to think. Maybe I wouldn't. I'm probably wouldn't.
Be on the yacht, bro.
Yeah, probably somewhere else. But I'd like to think that that's what I would want to do, because this is what I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
I've never had this mad goal. It's never been a thing for me, because I get up every day, I don't hate my life, I go to work, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
That is good enough for me. My kids got a good life, whatever.
Yeah. I love that, because you don't hear enough people say that what they're doing is good enough. Today's culture is just constantly.
Listen, if I could earn $100,000 a year more, it'd be fucking fantastic.
we all would, right?
I'm a realist. I'm a realist, and I understand that to do that, I would nearly kill myself every day.
Yeah. What's the cost of it? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So for me, coming to work, we fuck around with motorbikes all day. I go at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
My day's not hectic. Yeah. Some days it's stressful. Some days we have a fucking me and me pulling our fucking hair out all day. But you know what? It's never a big deal.
Yeah.
Where you're doing that at Tesco's, what are you pulling your hair out for? Yeah. Some fucking dickhead that's in control of
you. Won't even get a thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We're pulling our hair out to keep this passion going.
Yeah.
For me, particularly, having Amelia here every day, she feels the same way I do, and she doesn't even have an investment into the fucking company. She works for me. She feels the same, which is ideal for me, because when you've got someone that is just, this is a job to them, you're in the wrong. You're not meant to be it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I have a team, and when you get people who they want to be part of something, and yet the people they want to turn their phone off when they get home, and both is fine.
Yeah, you can totally understand. You can totally understand if you're just employed by someone why you'd feel that way. It is nice to have someone that does that as well, because that makes my life easier when I come into work. I haven't got, I can't bother to do it today. Yeah. Oh, it's fucking nightmare. I want to go home. Some days she does, but not most of the time. It's not. Yeah, not as much as I do, but most of the time it's pretty good. So that's important to me as well. But yeah, no, my goal is to do what I'm doing now.
Do you know what? Actually, when you're saying that as well, I think about you train a lot, right? Mm-hmm. And you enjoy training. Mm-hmm. I love training. Mm-hmm. It's like a really big part of my life. But if I couldn't do it, it would really take away from my life. So there's like balance. Like there doesn't need to be like 5 things in balance for me. But if I can still train and eat and make a little bit of money, then I'm kind of like, my life is pretty good, right?
Listen, I'd love to be a multi-millionaire. I'd love to. I think my life would be fantastic. But I also, like we were saying a minute ago, what cost do you get there?
Yeah.
I'm very happy with the amount of money I earn. I'm very happy with the amount of work I do for the money.
Yeah.
I'm not doing 7 till 7 every day. Yeah. I'm working 5 days a week.
But you could if you had to.
If I need to, I would do, but I don't.
But the choice is yours.
I don't want to, because I want to go and spend time with my child. I want to go to the gym. I want to go and do something else. I want to go on holiday, whatever. I'm a grafter in my mind.
Yeah.
So I might not necessarily be a 7 till 7 every day, but my mind does not shut off.
Yeah, I can tell just from meeting you, like you're like me, you're high energy.
Yeah.
You're like, it's just a high RPM.
Yeah.
And I'm the same. I might not be working a lot, but like I'm always on.
I'm always at
on.
work. I'm always at work in my head.
Yeah.
And that's been sometimes for certain people, it's been hard for them to understand that I can't shut off from that. There's times where sometimes I have to shut off from it. I have to remember, for instance, I finish work and I'll go get my daughter and I'll go pick her up from nursery and I need to go home and I need to spend time until she goes to bed and do what the fuck I want.
Yeah.
But sometimes, I need to get on that because I need to work out how to do this and I'm zooming in on parts. Like, if I make that work that way and then, oh shit, sorry babe, phone back in my pocket, kids run off, compartmentalise and not do that sort of shit. But yeah, like I'm just happy with life.
Yeah, the word you use there, compartmentalise, I think is quite important when you have your own business.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people, but then, sometimes I was talking to another guy and he was saying, I'm always on it, I'm always working. I was like, is it a problem? And he was like, nah.
No.
I was like,
it can be a problem
for others.
I won't mention this bit on camera quickly. It can happen. That shit can happen. So yeah.
You need people, like you need to be surrounded by people who understand. They might not get it in the same way, or they might not be the same, but they need to be okay with it for you.
No one will understand unless they run a business themselves. No one will understand. You need to be around people that run businesses to understand that. But that's fine, whatever. I mean,
what part of this life is the least romantic?
Just running a business in general is shit, innit? No one really
like
doing that.
What? I mean, everyone's got their own things. Like I hate chasing money. I hate asking for money. Like
I don't really have that. My customers are really cool, to be fair. Mine is just maybe like the pressure of overheads, the weekly outgoings. In fact, is probably hard. But like that's probably the bit I don't enjoy. But that's because sometimes I don't see a reward for paying a £300 a month water bill. Like I don't see my fucking £900 business rate. So what the fuck am I? But that's part of it. Again, that's where I can't do nothing about that. I could go and find a unit on a farm somewhere and that's fine, but I like the setup we have. Yeah, running a business in general, making sure everything's paid, drowning, making sure your accounts are done. I hate all that. It's not my thing.
Admin, bookkeeping.
Yeah, making sure I'm replying to emails. Amelia must tell me 50 times a day, remember to ring him today, remember to ring him today. Yeah, do it in a minute, do it in a minute. Yeah. And you never find time. That time never does come. But obviously I can't then ignore people, so I have to do it, but you're doing it at stupid times of night sometimes.
Right, well, that's the thing. I think people assume that you're building bikes, but you're not building bikes. You're doing all
everything.
Of this shit.
Like I'll give Amelia more credit than for me for running it.
Are you the secret weapon?
I don't really do a lot. Like I turn up, I don't know, like I don't have to worry about answering the phone.
Yeah.
She'll grab
but that's the team. That's the benefit.
Yeah, I don't. But then also, in the same aspect, it's not just that. I don't have to worry about filing the accounts because she'll do it. But also, I don't have to worry about taking that gearbox out because she's going to do it.
Yeah.
So like, it's not just one thing. Like the amount of times like people say, "Oh, why don't you get someone else to help you with that?" But I need someone that can do everything. Who do you know that you can employ that can file your accounts, reply to emails, and take a gearbox out, take a clutch off, take an engine out? That's a fucking.
This is great leverage for a pay rise. I'm just like.
Fuck off.
But do you know what? I've had the same issue, and like at one point, my business our overheads were over 50 grand a month, something like
Fucking
that, like
hell.
massive. Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Like, we're on major projects in London, and the stress.
Was that your company?
Yeah,
I'd have killed myself.
And the stress. I mean, we were making a lot of money.
Yeah.
But like, and then you get issued with a £250,000 tax bill, and you're just like there's just more zeros. It's the same stress.
Non-stop.
It's just more like, and it's just no matter how good you're doing.
That's why, like, I don't want to get any bigger than I am. I don't want to take on any more work. I don't want any. Like, I want to just continue and cruise along and enjoy what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to feel more pressure than I'm already under.
Yeah.
I know some customers, some bike builders, that don't even let customers come and see their bikes. They don't even let them have a say in their bikes.
That sounds like it could be good.
It's fucking great, but I can't find them customers. I'm very lucky I've got the customers that will come to me and they know that they're getting what I want.
Yeah.
I won't do certain things. Get a lot of nopes at me, but ultimately I want them to have what they want at the end of it. That's very important to me, obviously.
Yeah.
So I try and explain to some people, stop stifling me. Stop trying to fucking put that fucking wet blanket over it. Like, let me get on, do it.
I have this conversation with people all the time about tattooing, funnily enough. And it's just like, when I go to tattoo, they're like, what do you want? I'm like, do your thing.
Yeah.
Like, I know that some people want
the
more.
The problem is, I am that guy. I'm the opposite. Whereas I want to tell that roofer how to build my roof. I want to tell that plasterer how to plaster my wall. I have no idea how to fucking do it. But that's just the guy I am. I will analyse what everyone's doing. You could be cutting my hair and I'm thinking, are you fucking doing that? Like, I ain't got a fucking clue how to do it. But that's just my personality. So I understand everyone else has that same personality.
Yeah.
That's a big control for when it comes to building bikes, to say to someone, here's X amount of money, build me what you want. I know that doesn't happen, and it's very rare that does happen. They will say, here's what I've seen, do your version of it. Yeah. But sometimes I will get a customer to say, I don't want you to do it that way. And I'm like, well, I'm going to do it that way. That's how I'm doing it.
Yeah, the result at the end, it's got to be someone who's totally...
I've never, ever had a customer turn around and say, you were wrong. Ever. And that's not me being arrogant. They've always said, mate, yeah, you were right with that. That's fucking great.
But you don't employ a bike builder to, like you know, if you started telling your barber how to cut your hair, you're probably not.
Yeah, exactly.
You're probably not going to
go want it clean off. But that's how I have to be with some people. I have to sometimes say to some people, like, yeah, I'm not the person for the job. And sometimes just saying that is enough for them to go, well, no, you are, because that's why I brought it to you. Yeah. Well, chill then. Let me get on and carry on. This ain't a big deal for me. This is a big deal for some people. So this is such an ordeal that you're having this custom bike built. This is fucking everyday life for me. It's not a big deal. Yeah. So sometimes I forget that and I need to understand that. I get some customers that get so highly strung and het up and stressed about what's happening. Yeah. And I'm like, relax, it's okay. Like I know it's fine.
Josh said the same thing. He was like, to them it's a big deal, but it's just not a big deal.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I understand if you're spending money, if you're having something put on your skin, whatever it may be, if you're having something done to your house, it's a big deal. It is a big deal. But when you're dealing with someone that does it day in day out, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Like,
how can you tell if someone's serious or not?
I think I can, and then I'm always wrong. I say to Amelia all the time, waste of time, and next minute he comes back and says, yeah, can I do that? And I'm like, oh, fuck. And then someone who I think is really serious, I'll go, he'll be back next week, never from ever again. So I think I can, but I'm actually usually the opposite way around. Amelia will say to me, no, I think he'll be back. And I'm like, no, he won't. And then he does. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe. Maybe I'm not.
Yeah, women's intuition.
Maybe I'm not reading it correctly. I don't know. So many of my customers will turn up and see that bike and they'll go, yeah, it's good. Yeah, sound. And I'm like, do you not like it? No, yeah, really good, mate. Okay, tell your fucking face that then. And then they do have to say to me sometimes, they do have to say, like, oh, it's just the way I am, mate.
In terms of like the ideal customer, the ideal situation, what kind of budget and allowances do people need to make if they want the best out of a place like this?
Oh, that's how long's a bit of string question. Like,
because it's all on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, like, it depends what you want. Like realistically, there's no minimum to make me get up in the morning and work on your bike. There's no minimum that I would do that for. That's not really the way I think. It's whether I'd want to do it. So that's usually someone could offer me 50 grand to build a bike, but if it ain't what I want to build, I won't do it.
Sure.
All right, maybe 50 grand I probably would.
Yeah, I was going to say.
like I've had some people say to me, like, a sensible money, and they said, this is what I want built, and I've said to them, that's not something I want to do. We recently had a customer come in. I wanted to do the job for him. I really wanted to do a job for him, in fact. I'm hoping I still can do a job for him at some point. But he wanted he's paralysed from the waist down. He wanted a bike that had wheels that come down. Like stabilisers.
So that because he couldn't take his feet off the pace to stay,
And as much as I really wanted to do this bike for him, because I wanted him to get back on his bike, I kept saying, you need a trike.
Yeah.
This is not feasible. Yeah. This is not sensible. And more than anything, you have an accident on that because a fucking wheel didn't come out or something.
How do you ensure that as well?
It was just a logistical nightmare for me to want to get involved with. But I knew he had a big budget. I knew he was willing to spend money. I knew he really wanted this build done. And I really did want to do it for him. But I just knew that it wasn't a sensible move to do it.
Yeah.
So I then said to him, listen, I think we need to do a trike. And the problem is he's looking at half these cars with fucking motorbike front ends on it. I'm like, that's not what I mean when I say trike. Yeah. It's not going to be a fucking Volkswagen Beetle with a fucking set of forks on, like every other trike going. This is what I want to do. And I showed him, it was a V-Rod version of a trike. So it looked like exactly like my V-Rod out there, you saw the matte black one, but with two massive great fucking wheels each side. Yeah. It could have been really fucking cool. And I'm really hoping that eventually, maybe I get to a point where he decides, this ain't going to work. Yeah. I'm going to do a trike. Yeah. We don't often turn anyone away, but like I said, it's not how much money are they going to spend necessarily. It's like, do I want to do it for the money, if that makes any sense?
Yeah, it does. Is there a common thread that runs through your customers?
I sometimes build bikes for like I said earlier, a guy that's taking an early retirement, that's got his pension, whatever it may be. But then I could also build a bike for a young lad that's just got a bit of dough, just got a bit of money set aside.
Are young people doing this? Is this a, you know?
They are, but they kind of like, it's the fashion's different with younger people. They're wanting these sketchy, fashionable, half-assed bikes, which is not what I do anyway. So you'd be wasting your time coming and speaking to me. And they ain't got the money. Yeah. Like, I understand, it's tough. So they're more. Maybe other people are building it from. I don't actually know. I'm speaking for me, not for. I know probably there's other bike builders that are building for young people.
No, but you touched on it earlier about Harleys being like so expensive, right? Yeah. And when you go, every time I go to a Harley dealership, it's like all these old guys. I was like, like the youngest guy in the fucking dealership.
Definitely. Like, you notice that I notice that wherever I go. We go to an auto jumble and it's just full of old anoraks walking around looking for rusty nuts and bolts, and I'm walking around just like trying to get anything that's cheap and good. Like,
is it fair to say that you're more of a bike builder, creative guy than a biker? Right?
Yeah,
and that is the separation.
I'm not a biker at all. Yeah. Not at all. Not even slightest. Like even when I go out on my bike, I actually had a comment, funny enough, this year. Is when someone said, "Oh, you don't look like a biker," and I was like, "Yeah, because I'm not." And they're like, "Yeah, but you're on a Harley." I was like, "Yeah." So I was on a Harley and I was wearing Nike shorts, like short shorts, like I just come from the gym sort of thing. Nike Air Max 1s. I don't even know if I was wearing a hoodie, maybe like a Nike. I had a t-shirt on, like something, like a t-shirt or something like that. And they're like, "Oh, you don't look like a biker," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not. Like, I'm not a biker in the slightest. I'm not a biker in any sense. I love riding my bike. I love going out on my bike. It's great. It's not my life though."
Yeah. A question: is this to you? Is this business or lifestyle?
No, it's definitely both. It's definitely both, but it's not the be all and end all. The work is the be all and end all. The lifestyle's not the be all and end all. Yeah. Like, some days I don't want to look at a fucking motorbike. Yeah. Some days I don't want to hear a motorbike. Some days my dad would be revving a bike in there, and I'll go, "Oh, fuck! I wish that bike would shut up." Like, some days I just don't want to hear it. Whereas some people, I love that noise, love that smell. Yeah, you ain't just going on your head 24/7. In my head, a biker is a guy with long hair, a beard. Yeah. Chains, rings, that sort of fucking nonsense, whatever, waistcoats, they're gonna fucking,
do you know what?
Not my thing.
If it's raining, I'm probably not on my bike, and that to me is like instant disqualification. I'm not a proper biker.
You just enjoy going out on your bike. And
I like going for a blast.
That's exactly me. I like going out on my bike, I like building bikes, I like fucking around my bikes.
Yeah, they're toys to me. So apart from bikes, what other interests do you have outside of this?
Oh, I'm very boring.
No, you train a lot, right? Man's wham.
Yeah, I go to the gym a lot. I go to the gym every day, 7 days a week.
So you train 7 days a week?
Yeah, I don't know. But that's for my brain. If I don't, I lose my fucking mind. Okay. I might try and have a day of recovery 1 day a week. That's just more like that nuttiness of my brain more than anything.
I was going to ask, like, do you train to be big and strong, or do you train because if you didn't, you'd be like, fuck knows where else that energy would be going?
I train for physical looks, everyone does, I think, don't they? Most people, I'd like to think then, most people want to be in some form of shape. I want to look like I go to the gym.
Do you know what? Like, for me, like,
I don't know if I do or not.
No, yeah, you do. Like people say it to me, but I'm like, if I don't train,
I lose my fucking mind. So yeah, like, I definitely do it more for my brain. Yeah. I'm not. I don't know, it's 50-50. I like to try and be in somewhat of a shape. I like to be strong. It's like when you're at school and the teacher would go, "I need 2 strong boys to lift the table." I want to lift that fucking table up. Like, I want to be that guy. But like, it's not the be all and end all. But I think it's because I'm not a tall fella. Like, I'm only 5'7" and a little bit. I've always been really, really skinny. Like, really skinny. Okay. Like, fucking skinny when I was a kid. And I just didn't want to be that guy anymore. I've been going to the gym for a long time, but I've only recently got serious about it, probably just after lockdown. And I was serious going to the gym every day, but for fucking social, I'm talking shit to my mates. I'm picking a fucking dumbbell up, doing that a couple of times, putting it back. Yeah. Going home, grabbing KFC on the way back. Like, there was no consistency to it whatsoever. I'd eat McDonald's 4 or 5 times a fucking week. Like, I remember someone said to me, like, "Oh yeah, so how you training? Progressive overload?" And I was like, yeah. I didn't even know what the fuck that meant. So like, I'm trying to pretend I know what I'm talking about and know what I'm doing, but I didn't. Yeah. I also do it so I don't lose my mind. And that's, some people have other things. They lose their mind if they don't, I don't fucking know. I don't know what people do with their lives. If they don't go and play football, they don't go and watch a football, don't go and
see their friends.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. Whereas some people will lose their mind and they will drink heavily. Some people lose their mind and take drugs. Some people lose their mind and fucking gamble. I lose my mind and go to the gym, which I don't think is a bad fucking thing. That's not the end of the world. Like, I think I get more out of it than gambling or drinking or smoking, so whatever.
I kind of want to touch on this subject with you. I'd be interested to hear your take on it, just out of curiosity. You hear a lot of blokes talking about mental health all the time. Do you have an opinion on that shit?
I have an opinion on it, depending on who you're talking to. If you're talking to me right now, fucking no. But if you're talking to depressive me, yeah. Like I have an opinion on it. I think most people are doing it to themselves. That's my opinion on it. Get yourself out of that problem. Stop blaming
I'm glad you say that.
Yeah, stop blaming yourself stop blaming everyone else for everything. Get yourself out of that situation, whatever that situation may be. And I've done that. The amount of times I've buried my head in the sand over something, got fucking real depressed over something, got miserable over something. Usually, I can fucking solve it. I can fix it.
Yeah. I'm with you.
I think it's a choice. Sort your shit out. You won't feel that way. And sometimes so she'll tell me sometimes, Amelia will say to me sometimes, stop fucking moping, get on with it. Sometimes you need to be told that. I don't have the privilege to sit at home and whine all day. I need to get up and go to work. I've got to fucking be there for my child. I've got responsibilities, I've got staff, I've got whatever that may be. My mum don't want to see me fucking whinging and whining all day. So I think it's a choice. And I've also, there was actually a quote which I love and I always bang on about. It's 50 Cent said, depression is a choice. Depression is a privilege because I don't have time to be depressed. I'll get up and go to work and work. I'll get my money. I've got to get that done. And I'm very much on the same aspect of that. I'm very passionate about everything. So I can be really passionate about the way I feel, but that's negative and positive. So I can get really passionate about how happy I am that day, but I can be really, I don't think passionate of being negative is a word, but
no, it can be. It can go in the wrong direction.
Yeah, and then I fixate on it. Yeah. I do okay in life. I've got a good life. Man the fuck up, but you can't see the wood from the tree sometimes, can you? That's all
dude, on the way here, we stopped at services because I was dying for a piss. And we went in and the toilets are out of order and it's raining and it's a fucking shithole. And I was like, fucking hell, man, nothing in this country works. Fucking hell. And then we get in the car and I'm like, this fucking country. And she's just sat there because she knows what I'm doing. I'm just like going now. And then I'm like, fuck, what fucking prick. I like what you say. Do you know what? I listen to people talk about mental health a lot and I'm like, fucking, I'm sick of this conversation. But I also quite like asking people who do a lot of shit. You know?
I think it's brought up too much. And that's not me saying that people should stifle their feelings or emotions, but everyone wants to fucking act like a hero by talking about it. And I understand. I'm not, like I said, I'm not an advocate of fucking bottling things up at all. But it's almost fashionable to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's almost fashionable to have fucking ADHD or autism or whatever.
Dude.
I remember, right? So my mum went to get me tested for ADHD. You can clearly see I've got fucking ADHD. It's very obvious.
I'm not saying anything.
In everything I do, you can see that.
Yeah.
But my dad, you don't need a diagnosis to know he's a fucking naughty little prick. He doesn't need a diagnosis for that. I can tell you he's a naughty little prick. My dad, for instance, was just like, yeah, he's naughty, it's cool. It's not a problem. We don't need to exclude him from doing anything. We don't need to try and make things difficult for him or make things different to him.
Or make him special.
He's just naughty, fine. It's not a big deal. And that doesn't just mean I'm naughty. It means I don't fucking shut up. And I know there was times when my dad would be like, mate, be quiet, shut up talking, or stop touching that, stop moving that, stop. And I understand that probably gets irritating to some people, but yeah, I think everyone, for me, I notice everyone just wants fucking a diagnosis.
Yeah.
Which I'm self-diagnosed as a dickhead. That's fine. It's good enough for me. Whatever that category that comes under, I'm a fucking good person, but I'm a bit of a twat at the same time. That's fine with me.
Yeah, I think you're great, man. I've really enjoyed talking to you. Yeah. Listen, thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate it. And if for those who don't know you, where can they find you?
You can find the business page on Instagram. It's Attitude Cycles, really easy. Same Facebook, Google, everything. It's very easy to find me.
I'll link all that in the content box below. Thanks, Car.
No problem.
Appreciate it, man. Cool. Dude.